Hi, I'm James J. Traits, and I'm the author of a book called Don't Stop Your Mind. We are educated and taught to believe that we live in a physical, material universe. Worse yet, we are taught that we are biochemical, physical creatures. The religious systems supply a small amount of hope. They tell us, or they imply, that we have a soul. But where is this soul? And where is the God that created that soul? And how do we find our soul? The fact of the matter is that we do not live in a physical, material universe. But we're not told that. We're not taught that. Because in our school systems, in our media, and in our society, we are still learning 1940s science. We have not been informed. We don't tell our kids, and we don't learn that science has discovered that when you tear matter apart and you get the molecules, and you tear molecules apart and you get the atoms, and you tear atoms apart and you get to electrons and protons and neutrons, that when you continue to tear those so-called objects apart, you wind up with energy. Not only that, the energy appears to be living energy. And I will explain exactly how that has been discovered. Who discovered that, by the way? Believe it or not, one of the discoverers was Albert Einstein. Another was Werner Heisenberg. And many of the quantum physicists that have studied subatomic particles. Now, why is this important? Well, if you open your science book, you'll discover very quickly why it's important. Because mainstream science will tell you that everything you can see, touch, and perceive, from an earthworm to your body, to a star, to a flower, to a rock, to the ocean, to the air you breathe, to the clouds that float overhead, are all composed of atoms. And all of these atoms, every one of them, are composed of electrons and the nuclei in the so-called center of those atoms, protons and neutrons. Therefore, if electrons and protons and neutrons are not matter, but rather a form of gravitationally trapped light, that means matter does not exist. Matter is a word that has been concocted by science to describe a phenomenon that is not truly understood. So, if what appears to be physical around us is not matter, and our bodies are not matter, then who and what are we? And what is this universe that surrounds us?